dropping like flies. Daniel Bird of the Daily Record reports Harry's wife's Hollywood friends dropping like flies as Duchess attempts to reinvent herself. Ah, yes. Here she is, the Duchess of Delusion, the Duchess of Industrial Beige, once again attempting to reinvent herself. 2 points arise from that in relation to her narcissism. The first, the chameleon-like nature of the narcissist, always seeking to shift shapes in order to present herself as something new, subconsciously seeking out, as always, the need to control people, to nullify those threats to control, to draw fuel from them, to get those character traits and residual benefits. And therefore, her narcissism causes her to try and reinvent herself again. Which number are we on to now in terms of the reinventions? Is this the 5th one, the 6th one? One loses count. It also is demonstrative of the fact that her brand of narcissism is such that it doesn't learn from what's gone on before. It doesn't learn, for instance, that the previous reinventions didn't work, and therefore, why would another one have any prospect of succeeding? Why would it be that if she turns into something new this time, that it's going to work when it hasn't done in the past? But her narcissism isn't interested in that. It doesn't learn. It's always focused on the now. The past is only relevant to the extent that it can be brought up to support the now. The future is only relevant to the extent that it can be utilised for the now. Past failures disappear into the ether. Failure is rejected because, of course, it's a threat to control. Harry's wife has sparked rumours that she is, for the love of God, bringing her lifestyle blog, The Tig, back to life, as she's been accused of trying to rival Gwyneth Paltrow. Is she that desperate? Presumably she is, for attention, that she has to keep saying, I'm coming back. It's almost as bad as Lady Colin Campbell saying there's going to be, all will be revealed in due course, that there's a major matter going to drop, but it never does. In actual fact, of course, this is far more tedious than what Lady Colin Campbell has to say, that she repeatedly threatens the resurrection of her blog, but doesn't do anything about it. And again, that exemplifies her narcissism, as I've explained to you time and time again. If the narcissist can get the prime aims by simply talking about it rather than doing, that's what the narcissist will do. Thus with Harry's wife, she lets it be known that The Tig is coming out. Thus people write about it. Oh, she's coming back to rival Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh, The Tig is being resurrected. I wonder what that will look like. Oh, will it succeed? I don't think that it will. Yada, yada, yada. And thus people respond, providing her with the fuel that she seeks and demonstrating that they are under control. The article continues by explaining the former Suits actress was married to Prince Harry for less than 2 years before the couple decided to step down from the royal family and relocate to California for a new life. Prior to her engagement to Harry, Harry's wife ran a lifestyle blog, yes, we know, where she documented everything from her favourite restaurants to lifestyle tips, but made the decision to shut down her online diary when she married into the firm. However, just 3 years on, it seems that Harry's wife has decided to return to her roots and revive The Tig, which is a similar blog style to Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop. In recent weeks, the Duchess has been surrounded by speculation that she may be picking up where she left off on The Tig, having filed a notice of allowance document with the US Patent and Trademark Office. This comes after she applied to trademark her former blog, which is named after her favourite Italian wine, in 2022. Speaking to the Mirror newspaper, Harry's wife's former friend, Lizzie Cundy, said, Harry's wife has probably thought, I'm never going to make it back in the United Kingdom, and she's having to reinvent herself to be liked and get some popularity back. She's slowly losing her A-list friends, from the Beckhams to Oprah Winfrey. They're all dropping like flies around her. Now, pausing there, this is what happens with someone such as Harry's wife. Her narcissism enables her to make connections with these people, but she hasn't been able to maintain them because she's an individual who is exposed at a high level with her behaviours. As I've explained before, certain narcissists, they're not really exposed because they operate on the down low. They're not particularly well known. But Harry's wife has courted international fame, but she hasn't got the intelligence nor the narc craft to gain that, mess with people, but do it in a way whereby she comes out on top. Instead, the way that her narcissism functions is such that she's repeatedly exposed for the grifter that she is, the ghoul of Uvalde, that she lies about car chases being catastrophic when actually they weren't. She gets caught out again and again and again as a consequence of the lies that she tells, and because there's a legion of fact checkers who are all waiting to determine whether what she says and does is actually accurate or not, and invariably demonstrate that it isn't the case, that it's accurate. And there's a ready and willing audience who are just waiting and salivating for the next fuck up that she makes. Accordingly, people see this and think, I've got my own reputation to protect. And bear in mind, many of these individuals who are in the A-list are also narcissists themselves. So they see her unpopularity as a threat to control because of the damage it could cause to their own brand or popularity. Thus, they are motivated to reject that. And that means severing friendship with her. Furthermore, the way that Harry's wife behaves is that she fucks up her friendships because she accuses people, for instance like the Beckhams, of leaking information, which is her haphazard narcissism attempting to assert control over them. Lizzie Cundy continues by explaining she's looking at starting again the TIG website to recreate herself as the new Gwyneth Paltrow. She's mingling with the Montecito Mafia wellness group, who are known for being desperate to be like Gwyneth. Harry's wife joined their club and is probably hoping that she can win friends and influence them. But is her popularity at an all-time low even across the pond? I'm not sure this can work for her. The Montecito Mafia is the name given to Harry's wife and Harry's close inner circle, as well as their rich and powerful neighbours in the stunning community. While there's no link to any criminal organisations, the term mafia comes from the fact that those involved are extremely powerful and close. It's believed that the members include Oprah, Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi, Gloria Steinem and Gayle King. However, in recent times, previous members appear to have dropped like flies as the Beckhams, Ari Emanuel, Sarah Rafferty and Abigail Spencer, who starred on Suits alongside Harry's wife, have all been believed to have since put some distance between themselves and the Sussexes. Last month, it was reported that Victoria and David Beckham were apparently left enraged after Harry's wife had accused the pair of leaking stories about her to the press. A source told the Mail on Sunday, David and Victoria went to Harry's wife and Harry's wedding and were very supportive when Harry's wife arrived in the UK. Any making up now is so unlikely. Not a surprise that these so-called friends are dropping like flies. Not a surprise that they don't want anything to do with her. Not a surprise that her narcissism has once again generated this further problem for her. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.